While half the internet was writing Harry and Meghan's Netflix obituary, the streaming giant just pulled the ultimate reverse card. But here's the kicker. This renewal isn't exactly the victory lap it appears to be. And I'm about to spill all the tea on what's really happening behind those glossy Hollywood doors. Welcome back to Royal Cookies, where we serve up the juiciest royal gossip with a side of heart-wrenching humanity. Please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. So here's what happened. Just when royal watchers were placing bets on whether Harry and Meghan would get the boot from Netflix faster than you can say freedom of expression, bam. Monday rolls around and Netflix announces they're extending their partnership. Cue the champagne, right? Well, not quite. See, this isn't your average Hollywood renewal story. This is more like when your boss gives you a promotion that's actually a sideways shuffle with a fancier title but less actual power. And trust me, the devil is in the details here. The Sussexes just signed what's called a first-look deal, which sounds impressive until you realize what they've actually lost in the process. It's like going from having a private jet to, well, still flying, but now you're in economy with everyone else. Let me break this down for you because the PR spin is working overtime to make this look like a win. Their original 2020 deal? That was an overall deal worth a reported $100 million. Netflix basically said, here's a blank check, create whatever you want, we'll fund it. It was like having rich parents who never ask what you're spending their money on. This new deal? It's a first-look agreement. That means Netflix gets to see their projects first. But, and this is crucial, they're not obligated to fund anything. It's like saying, sure, show us what you've got, but we'll decide if it's worth our money. The Obamas got the same treatment when their deal was renewed. Coincidence? I think not. Now, you might be thinking, but they still have a deal. And you're not wrong. But here's where it gets spicy. This downgrade comes after years of, let's call it mixed results. Their documentary series Harry and Meghan did well. It was basically royal family reality TV meets therapy session. And we all love a good trauma dump, don't we? However, their other projects? Meghan's podcast Archetypes got the chop from Spotify faster than you can say authentic storytelling. Their children's content hasn't exactly set the world on fire. And their production company Archewell Productions has been quieter than a royal family Christmas dinner since Andrew's. Well, you know, here's what's really happening. And Netflix isn't about to advertise this on billboards. The streaming wars are brutal right now. Everyone's tightening their belts, canceling shows left and right, and being way pickier about what gets the green light. Even Netflix is playing it safe. Simple. Brand insurance. They're still the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, whether the palace likes it or not. They still generate headlines, clicks, and most importantly, subscriptions. Netflix isn't keeping them for their Emmy potential. They're keeping them because controversy sells, and these two are talking royal controversy. Think about it, every time they're mentioned, people pick sides. Team Sussex or Team Windsor. It's better than any reality show because it is reality. Netflix knows that as long as there's royal drama, people will tune in to watch Harry and Meghan's version of events. The first-look deal means Netflix can cherry-pick their projects. No more blank checks, no more creative freedom without strings attached. If Harry wants to do another documentary about his childhood trauma, Netflix can say, thanks, but no thanks. If Meghan wants to create content about her latest passion project, Netflix can pass without consequences. Let's be real here. This is a humbling moment disguised as a victory. They went from Netflix royalty to, well, Netflix commoners. They're now in the same category as every other production company hoping to get their projects picked up. This announcement comes right after weeks of speculation that they were getting dropped entirely. Some reports suggested their original deal was ending in September without renewal. The rumor mill was working overtime, with industry insiders whispering about disappointing content performance and sky-high expectations that weren't being met. Now they've got a lifeline, but it's more like a life jacket than a luxury yacht. They need to prove they can create content that people actually want to watch, not just content that generates headlines for all the wrong reasons. The pressure is on. Their next projects could make or break this new relationship with Netflix. One flop under this new deal structure, and they might find themselves shopping their content around like everyone else in Hollywood. And trust me, the entertainment industry has a short memory when it comes to former royalty who can't deliver the goods. Here's what's fascinating about all this. It perfectly mirrors their entire post-royal journey. They left the monarchy wanting financial independence and creative control. They got the Netflix deal that seemed to promise both. Freedom isn't free, and creative control comes with strings attached. Netflix isn't running a charity for former royals. They want return on investment, and that means creating content that doesn't just make headlines but actually keeps subscribers engaged. The irony is delicious, isn't it? They escaped one institution with strict protocols and expectations, only to find themselves in another one. The difference is that Netflix's expectations come with profit margins and audience metrics instead of tiaras and curtsy protocols. This deal structure actually puts them in direct competition with other celebrity production companies. They're no longer in their own special royal category. They're competing with the likes of Reese Witherspoon's Hello Sunshine, Ryan Reynolds' Maximum Effort, and yes, even the Obama's Higher Ground productions. So what can we expect from this new chapter? Well, if they're smart, and jury's still out on that one, they'll focus on content that plays to their strengths. If you're obsessed with royal strategy and environmental impact like I am, make sure you're subscribed to Royal Cookies because we're serving up the most sustainable royal content on YouTube. And remember, in a world full of fast fashion and royal scandals, sometimes the most revolutionary thing you can do is wear your values on your sleeve.